Look, I think it's no secret that the Texans struggle in the red zone. That's kind of been the trend of the season. The Texans have had issues in the red zone. And last night versus the Cowboys, they hit new lows. I believe they had 4 red zone trips and they only got 1 touchdown out of it. That's bad. That is really bad. It needs to get fixed moving forward if the Texans want to be better teams. Now, the Houston media, casual Texans fans will tell you, it's on O'Brien. No. Yes, O'Brien definitely deserves some blame for the red zone issues. But it's more than just O'Brien. Making O'Brien the scapegoat, that's just plain lazy. It's easy to blame the coach, but there's more issues than just, O'Brien's play calling. And, last night against the Cowboys, credit to them, they have a really good defense. I said it going into the game, and they performed how they've been performing all season long versus the Texans. But there definitely was some mistakes that the Texans could have corrected to get some points on the board. Could O'Brien call better plays? Oh, absolutely, man. He can definitely call some better plays in the red zone. He can definitely do better. But when you got people open and Deshaun Watson fails to see him, that's not a bad play call. That is bad execution. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at this picture here. 4th and 1 at the end of the half. Ryan Griffin wide open, alone, at the top of the end zone. Watson just didn't see him. And that wasn't the only time that something like this happened. Later on in the game, in the third quarter, Deshaun Watson had Alfred Blue wide open with no one near him, and Alfred Blue would have easily ran it in for a touchdown, but again, Deshaun Watson did not see Alfred Blue, therefore the Texans weren't able to score the touchdown. But, since the Texans didn't get a touchdown, since Deshaun Watson didn't see a wide open Ryan Griffin, guess what? It was a bad play call. It's on O'Brien. He's got to coach better. That's not how it works. If Deshaun Watson sees it, boom, those are 7 points on the board. It's really that simple. A lot more goes into the red zone than just simply coaching. The players have to go out there and execute. Even this. Why don't the Texans run the ball more in the red zone? Why? Come on, guys. We know why. Our offensive line, they're not built for this. They're just not. When the Texans signed Zach Fulton and Mediocre, it was known that they were, pretty good pass blockers, but not so good run blockers. And so far, that's kind of held true. They're just not that good of run blockers. And even Nick Martin kind of struggled last night in the run game. So, personnel is definitely an issue. Lamar Miller was out. I say Alfred Blue is probably better than Lamar Miller, but I feel like Lamar Miller is quicker and has more burst and could have at least probably scored a touchdown. And you also got to consider Lamar Miller is a bigger threat in the pass game than Alfred Blue, so that could have helped last night. But can the Texans fix this? Yes, easily. Watson needs to play better in the red zone. And this is just wishful thinking, I guess you could say. Deontay Foreman is a better running back than Alfred Blue and Lamar Miller. Now, we don't know if Foreman is going to come back 100%. Foreman's probably coming back week 7 versus the Jags, but we don't know if he'll be 100% because that Achilles injury is definitely worrisome. But Foreman, unlike Blue, unlike Miller, he has burst and he has power. And he can definitely get those tough 1 and 2 yards. Like, for example, Alfred Blue, they gave him 1 carry. I think it was like first and goal. Like, literally like at the 1 yard line. Might have been second down. But they gave him 1 carry. And he wasn't able to get it in. I think with a back like D'Onta Foreman, the Texans, can get it in. Sometimes it comes down to simple personnel. What players you have on your team. Sometimes it is coaching. Sometimes it's execution. It's literally multiple issues. It's not just simply, O'Brien needs to call better plays. Can he call better plays? Absolutely. But you know what? Deshaun Watson can maybe see the field better and not abandon the play so early, because I felt like once we got into the red zone in a lot of occasions, Deshaun straight up abandoned the play and just rolled out to the right or to the left and tried to run it in for a touchdown. Now look, against slower teams like the Titans, like the Colts, that works. Against faster teams with athletic linebackers that can cover sideline to sideline, a team like the Cowboys that have Jalen Smith, who's a hell of a player, a team like the Jaguars that have Telvin Smith and Miles Jack, who can also, play the whole field. That's not going to work. Deshaun Watson needs to understand this isn't college. In college, yes, I'm sure you could outrun anyone out there because, it's college. In the NFL, you're playing the best of the best. Deshaun Watson needs to understand, he can't be doing that. He took way too many hard hits trying to get a touchdown. And I love the fact that he's, trying to get the touchdown, but he needs to understand, in the NFL, athletes are just more athletic, they're faster, they're bigger, they're stronger. It worked in college. It might work against some teams that aren't so talented, but it's not going to work every week. Deshaun Watson needs to understand when he can do that and when he can't do that. Against the Cowboys, he can't do that. Against the Jaguars, he can't do that. There are some teams out there that aren't so talented at the linebacker position like the Cowboys and like the Jaguars, and where he can absolutely probably get away with that. But again, Deshaun needs to understand he can't do that all the time against every team. Deshaun, straight up, and I know people hate when other people criticize Deshaun Watson, but it's fine to criticize Deshaun Watson. He is a young player. He is getting better. Deshaun Watson has only played, 10, 11 games? Deshaun Watson is essentially still a rookie. He hasn't even played 16 games yet. Deshaun Watson is getting better as a player. You can clearly see it, and he's going to get better. The red zone woes will get better as Deshaun Watson gets better. O'Brien can definitely help Deshaun Watson out by calling better plays. D'Onta Foreman can also help out whenever he comes back. Week 7, I think, is like when he can actually come back. Not sure if they'll actually activate him that day against the Jaguars, but he can come back then, and that will probably definitely help out in the red zone. So again, it's not just simply O'Brien call better plays. And I know people are going to be saying, why were the Texans in shotgun on 4th and 1? Go back and look at the picture. Was Ryan Griffin open or no? Yes, Ryan Griffin was open. That means, yes, the play call was a good play call. Deshaun just didn't see it. And again, he's a young quarterback, essentially a rookie, still learning. He's going to get better. And, you know, guys, it's okay to criticize Deshaun Watson. Look, I get it. This is the best quarterback we've had in franchise history. But it's okay to put some blame on him, you know? Watson himself realizes the mistakes he's made, the mistakes he makes, and he goes out there and corrects them. I mean, seriously. It's okay to criticize Deshaun Watson. The red zone problems aren't simply O'Brien called better plays. There's more to that. It's personnel. Yes, better play calling. And Deshaun Watson. He needs to settle down in the red zone. Needs to see the field better. And not abandon the play too soon. So that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.